Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to another not perfect Zen video. I hope you're having a good day. It is beautiful right now in the Houston area, and I am really enjoying being able to get out and clean up my yard from our freeze. And things are morphing, things are changing. But I'm enjoying it. Today I'm going to do a pattern called hearting, and I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but it's by Hsin-Ya Hsu. I've heard someone pronounce it that way, and I hope that's right. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently today because I'm going to use a Zendala. And I'm doing that because this pattern is in the round, and I want to do something different. This will also, when I post it, will be my post number 1000 since I started my BBL Tangles account on Instagram. So it would be cool. I just wanted to do something different. All right. Just let me show you real quick on my cell phone, and this is always kind of iffy. Zooming in, it did it. This is how she does the step outs. Okay, so she does, the outline of the flower, kind of, and then puts these inside lines and the auras. But for me, I didn't want to start that way, so I'm going to start this one a little bit differently. Again, I'm on a Zendala, but you can do this on any size tile. Do it in your scrapbook first if you want to practice it. Whatever works best for you, okay? I'll be using either a Micron PN or a Micron 01. I like to show them both because sometimes I switch in the middle. Keep my options open. A Zentangle graphite pencil, a blending stump, also known as a tortillon. And I have the black line on here because I have one for white pencil. I have one for each of my colors of pastel chalk pencils. And I have the paperclip in there because it helps me to push the tip out if I need to, and I just leave it in there. It's my habit. Okay? So I'm so grateful, always grateful for Zentangle, and I'm grateful that I have done so many posts on Instagram. It just kind of blows me away, but had that account since 2018, I believe. Anyway, I've got a lot. All right, I am going to start in the center. And as you saw from my phone, it's kind of a circle of hearts, okay? And the way I'm going to do it, rather than come around with those little scallop type things, I'm going to put a dot in the center, and then I'm just going to kind of start my curves going in this direction. And I'm going to put 5. If it's easier for you to put 6, whatever, just simple C curves, okay? I rarely get mine evenly spaced, and that's okay. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you enjoy what you're drawing. Okay? So you can tell this one doesn't have as much space as that side, and that's all right. So once we get our spokes kind of going, now we're going to put the tops of our hearts. And I'm going to start back here where I ended that line, and then just kind of make the top of your hearts. And it's going to come down a little bit onto that one, okay? So we're just going to come around and do that. It's a very simple pattern, but very pretty. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so just keep coming around. Start where that line ended. And this one is the biggest one. And it's okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put an aura inside here. Okay, so just take your time. I always point my pen toward the line that I'm trying to aura. It helps me to space it better. Turn your tile as needed to keep your hand comfortable. That also creates what they call muscle memory. If you're always moving your hand basically the same way, your muscles start to remember. And for patterns that I've been doing for years, it makes it very easy to draw them again. Okay. So just keep coming around. I saw a post from someone on the Mosaic app who had done this. It was just so pretty. And it inspired me to want to do this today. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is put an aura around the outside of this. And again, my aura is not perfect, and that's okay. Just keep coming around. Just take your time. Micron PN that I'm using. PN means plastic nib, and the nib is the very tip. And because it's got a plastic tip, for anyone who's a little heavy-handed, it makes the pen last a little longer. Okay, and then I'm just going to come around and make this a little bit darker. And that's just going to help separate what we're doing here from what comes next. And it may not be very noticeable. I could come back with like a graphic one, and that would make it a little bit easier. Okay, hopefully you can tell that's a little bit darker. So we're just adding a little bit better separation here to get ready for the outside part. And if you look on tanglepatterns.com, you'll see the inspiration for this pattern, which was a very pretty oriental bowl. Okay, so hopefully that's looking good. Not perfect, and that's okay. All right, so what we're going to do now is put more of these hearts on the outside. And the way we're going to do that is kind of like what we did here, except I'm just going to come around and start to do my heart and then stop. Okay? Then I'm going to come down here below it, come up and touch that point. And then we're just making little hearts that are going behind. So we're going to stop, make our next little heart, and stop. I just love how this looks. For the Zentangle 20th anniversary, one of their last posts, they mentioned drawing, or first writing down the things that you're grateful for, and then tangling around that. And I might just do something like this and write my words inside of each of these hearts. I haven't decided yet. But I did get a blank Zentangle journal and have been putting my thoughts and drawings in there. Okay, so now I need to make sure that when I come around this way, this one's going to end over here. I'm surprised this worked out the way that it did. Awesome. Okay, isn't that cool? So now we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to put the little auras inside. And I'll try not to go so slow, but that's just how I do it. I do not speed up my videos because I want you to be able to tangle along if you want. If I'm slow with the YouTube controls, you can speed it up. If I'm going too fast for you, you can slow it down. Okay, you're in control. We are in control of our art. And I hope you enjoy what you're doing. I love doing Zentangle every day. That's how I start my day. I turn off my phone except for some peaceful music. I try to ignore social media until I've had a chance to do my Zentangle. And for Facebook and Instagram, I limit my social media to just Zentangle groups. No politics, no news, just art. Okay. So that basically is hearting. And like I said, I found it on Tangle Patterns, and it came out in February of 2020. So what you do now is totally up to you. You could put more patterns inside each one of these. Like I said, you could put words, names, whatever you'd like. But just let me show you something easy that I thought about. And that was just to put little fescues inside here. And fescue is a pattern from Zentangle. Okay, so I'm just putting 2 inside each one of these. You can do any pattern or any embellishment that you would like. Just think, what if I did this, or what if I did that, and have fun with it. And I'm doing each one of these about the same. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here at the bottom and just add a little bit inside these lines, just next to where I have the fescue. I'm just going to darken that a little bit, just to give us a little better separation to show how these hearts are going. And plus, it's just one of my favorite things to do. If you look at my tiles, I do this a lot. And do the things that you enjoy with your art. Make it yours. Okay. And then, like I said, you could put anything out here. You could put another pattern along the outside. Okay. One of the things that I saw on the Mosaic app was they had put leaves on the outside here, and I haven't left myself enough room. Let's do some shading and just see where it goes from there. And I am going to start here in the center and put just a little bit of shading down here at the bottom. And then where one of these goes behind the other, I'm going to add some shading. So again, a little bit down here in the center. And then along this line, where it looks like one has gone behind the other. Okay. Very simple. I like to keep my tiles simple, especially when I'm teaching. And then you have the opportunity to embellish in the ways that you enjoy. Okay, come along here. With the graphite that's left on your tortillon, you can come up here and just add a couple of little curves. Okay? That helps to give some shape to the top of that heart. So just very softly pull that out so we don't have any harsh lines across here. You can even use your finger to soften that. And then, like I said, put your little curves here. Just keep coming around. Okay, there we go. And like I said, I'm just going to use my finger and kind of soften that so that there's no obvious lines there. And then let's do the same thing. We're going to add graphite along this outside edge. And while we're here, we can put a little up these sides. I think I'm just going to leave this one simple. I might come back and, like I said, put some things inside these hearts or along the edge to show my gratitude for the 20 years of Zentangle and for my 5 years of being well, I guess, what am I, a Zentangle artist. 5 years of doing Zentangle and loving it every time. Okay, just a soft shadow between these. I did this a little bit dark, and I had that dark extra line there. Okay, did I miss any? Nope, I don't think so. All right, now we're just going to soften that. Sorry. I have to look up to see if I'm still centered for the camera. And sometimes I forget. Okay, now I'm just going to soften these. Okay, and then you could, if you want, come back and put just a little bit of graphite along here. You can pick up some of it from here if you need it. Just make it very soft. All right. What do you think? Keep it simple, right? So there you go. There's an idea for you to embellish on for Valentine's. You could do it on a smaller tile. You could do just this center part. You could keep this part empty in the center and just put hearts, put another pattern inside. Lots of things that you could do with this, okay? Remember to put the date, your name, or your signature. Put your chop and who this is by. Again, I'm on a Zendala, and I'm going to put my chop down here. I will date it and put information on the back, and we'll go from there. I want to show you that I decided I really had too much graphite along this edge, and so this is a kneaded eraser. You can actually twist it and turn it, My grandchildren have a lot of fun playing with this. And what I did was just went along that edge because I just felt like I had too much graphite on there. Okay. And then once you do that, then you can come back and soften that again. And I did notice that there was one of these hearts where I had not put the little C curve right up here. I think I got all those. Okay, but let me know what you think. Does it look better with it a little bit less on that graphite? Okay, and I don't have my graphic. Oh, I do. So graphic one is kind of like a marker on the tip. And I'm just being picky, okay? So this is the perfectionist in me. And I am just going to go around and try to even this out a little bit. So if you've watched my channel much, you'll know that my favorite pen or pens are an 01, PN, and then this is my other favorite pen, and that's a graphic one. I wish they came in more colors. There are a few colors of graphic one, but it's not a lot. So you might have another marker that you could use that has a little bit fatter tip. Okay. All right. How about that? And you could, you know, put another one along the outside if you wanted. Okay. There we go. Let me know what you think. Is that better? I hope so. I hope you enjoyed this. A very simple Valentine idea for you. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, leave comments. I respond to all of my comments, and if you ever have any questions or have something that you would like for me to try, maybe a pattern that you've had trouble with, let me know, and I'll see if I can do that for you. Thanks again. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.